Lo, by Charles Hoyfort, Part 1, Chapter 14R. All around every place that we have noted, the revival was simmering, seething or raging. In Leeds, women, who said that they were directed by visions, stood in the streets, stopping cars, trying to compel passengers to join them. A man in Tunbridge Wells, taking an exhortation literally, chopped his right hand off. Holy dancers appeared in London. At Driffield, someone led a procession every night, trundling his coffin ahead of him. And all this in England. And, in England, it is very much the custom to call attention to freaks and extravagances in other parts of the world, or more particularly in one other part of the world, as if only there occurred all the freaks and extravagances. Riots broke out in Liverpool, where the revivalists, with medieval enthusiasm, attacked Catholics. The Liverpool City Council censured certain so-called religious meetings, which create danger to life and property. Also at Southend, there were processions of shouters, from which rushed missionaries to slug Catholics, and to sling bricks at houses in which lived Catholics. In the Liverpool Echo, February 6th, is quoted a magistrate, who said to a complainant, who, because of differences in a general doctrine of loving one's neighbours, had been assaulted: "When you see one of these processions, you should run away, as you would from a mad bull." Upon all the occurrences that we have noted was the one enveloping phenomenon of the revival. There is scarcely a place that I have mentioned in any of the accounts that was inagitated. Why is it that youngsters have so much to do with psychic phenomena? I have gone into that subject according to my notions. Well, then, when a whole nation, or hosts of its people, goes primitive, or gives in to atavism, or reverts religiously, it may be conditioned eyes that are susceptible to phenomena that are repelled by matured mentality. A hard-headed materialist says, dogmatically, there are no occult phenomena. Perhaps he is right about this, relatively to himself. But what he says may not apply to children. When, at least to considerable degree, a nation goes childish with medievalism, it may bring upon itself an invasion of phenomena that in the Middle Ages were common, but that were discouraged, or alarmed, and were driven more to concealment, when minds grew up somewhat. If we accept that there is teleportation, and that there are occult beings, that is going so far that we may as well consider the notion that, to stop inquiry, a marauding thing, to divert suspicion, teleported from somewhere in Central Europe, a wolf to England. Or that there may be something of the nature of an occult police force, which checks mischief and slaughter by the criminals of its kind, and takes teleportative means to remove suspicion, often solving one problem only by making another, but relying upon conventionalizations of human thought to supply cloakery. The killing of poultry, the body on the railroad line, stoppage, scene shifting. The killing of sheep, the body on the railroad line, stoppage.